Still in Parliament, Minority Leader Alexander Fenyumakin is accusing government and the Koforidua High Court of colluding to harass Member of Parliament for Akwatia MP. You remember or you recall that the High Court convicted the MP for contempt after he presented himself to be sworn in despite an injunction against him. Subsequent to this, national security operatives attempted to arrest him in pursuance of the bench warrant issued against him. On Tuesday, Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak defended the operatives, insisting they followed the law. The minority leader says his side will use all processes available to them to defend their colleague. Now, let's speak to our Parliamentary Affairs correspondent, Kweku Asante. Kweku, well, is the Member of Parliament in Parliament currently as we speak, or even so, has he been attending Parliament proceedings any of the days that has been called?
Well, yesterday when the questions having to do with the Member of Parliament's attempted arrest was raised, he was in the chamber. Today he's not around. At the time the news conference was addressed about an hour ago by the minority leader, he was also not around. But generally, since the news of his conviction became public, he has been attending Parliament. In fact, the day the conviction was announced, he was in Parliament. In subsequent days, he has been around. Because as you know, when members of Parliament are in the House, they cannot be arrested for the privileges that they have by virtue of they coming to Parliament or they leaving Parliament to their various homes. And so he has been attending. Today he has not been around, but generally he has been coming to Parliament.
Well, so the Interior Minister as well has been talking about how the operatives operated on law, which means that as we speak, anywhere he's found, he can be arrested or what?
Well, that is not something the minister did go into as whether or not they will be pursuing him to arrest him. But as you may know now, the Supreme Court is seized with the matter. In fact, they have granted the application of the Member of Parliament to put on hold the conviction for them to hear whether or not subsequent or decisions must be taken with regards to the actions taken by the Koforidua High Court. So the minister did not give any indication yesterday while he was answering the questions whether or not they will still be pursuing him. The only thing he did say was that at the time, if the arrest was successful, it would have been carried through and they would have detained the Member of Parliament because the court has convicted him for contempt.
Apart from that, what's happening in Parliament?
The Lands Minister has been answering questions on illegal mining, providing updates on the news that broke this morning that they have revoked all mining licenses granted past after December 7th. He's also been clarifying that they will also audit all other contracts or leases, licenses that were granted since the last government took office in 2017 to ensure that they were properly granted. And in fact, he has also announced that his deputy, Yusuf Sulemana, will be leading this committee on this matter. So that is the update from what we are doing in the House today. There's also been questions from the Education Minister, and later we expect to have the Minister for Works and Housing also answer some questions.
Right. Thank you, Kweku, for updates from Parliament. Away from